Alright, hi and welcome to Big Bang Craft. I'm Null Magic, and today I'll be going over how to make pumps, redstone engines, and steam engines for a basic power setup. First, you're going to need several materials. You're going to need a crafting bench and a furnace. You're also going to need redstone, glass, cobblestone, sticks, iron ingots, copper ingots, silver ingots, ignore that, jungle wood, well, regular wood will work fine, and coal, and a bucket, if you don't want to mess with the redstone engine. Okay, so first we're going to make the first we're going to cook some stone, because we're going to need it to make the pipes. So stick that in there, and while that does that, we're going to make the redstone engine. We are going to need, after this tutorial, two pistons, one for the redstone engine and one for the steam engine. So we'll just make a couple of those really quick here. Okay, there you got your pistons. And now, for the redstone engine, we're going to need wooden gears. You make a wooden gear by placing sticks in a cross pattern with the center empty, and we're going to need two of those. So there we go. Now we take our wooden gears, we place them at the very bottom, in the bottom left and the bottom right. Then we place our piston in the center. Above that, in the very center, we place glass, and at the very top across we place wood. And that gives us a redstone engine. Now redstone engines are the most basic power creation device. They pretty much don't run anything. They have to be directly connected to the machine. You cannot connect them to redstone energy conduits or conductive piping. And they really won't run anything more than a pump or a mining well. Alright, so next we're going to make our steam engine. For that we're going to need the silver. We need one silver ingot and two pieces of redstone. And you put one piece of redstone in the bottom left and one in the top right, and the silver ingot in the center, and this makes a redstone transmission coil. Redstone transmission coils are used in primarily engines and redstone energy cells. They are used for things that send energy. Redstone reception coils, which are made the same way but with gold, are used for receiving energy and are used in most machines. There's also the redstone conductance coil, which is used for things that both receive and send energy, and that is used primarily in the redstone energy cell, and it is made with electrum. Okay, so now we are going to need copper gears. The way you make copper gears is you take iron, you place it in the center, like so, and then you place copper around it in the same fashion as you did with the previous gears. We're going to need two of them, so that's what we're making. Okay, so now we take our two copper gears, our piston, our redstone transmission coil, and copper ingots, and we place them in a pattern very similar to that which we used for the redstone engine. And that will give us our steam engine, which requires both coal and water to run. You may recall the Stirling engine from the original Tekkit, or Tekkit Lite. That is currently banned on Big Bang Craft because it had some bugs. However, this engine uses the same fuel along with water and produces twice as much energy per tick. So it is actually a better engine than the Stirling and is a very, very good replacement. Okay, so now that we have our redstone engine and our steam engine, let's go back and grab our stone. Okay, so now you're going to take that cactus, which I may not have mentioned that you needed earlier. You take your cactus and you're going to cook it into cactus green, and we will use that later. So now we have to make our piping. Pipes are pretty easy. A basic pipe is made from two pieces of a material and a piece of glass, like so. You can make many, many types of pipes. The best ones are gold, obviously. The only ones that can become conductive are the wooden, the stone, and the golden. Well, and the redstone pipe, but that one only ever sends a redstone signal, and I've never actually found a use for it. The best of those is the golden, however you have to have wooden in order to take power out of things. Now, so we have our stone here, and we're making 2 sets of pipes, which we will divide into sets of 8. And we're going to need some conductive piping, so we will take our stone transport pipes, and we will take some redstone, and this creates conductive stone pipes on a 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 stone pipe plus 1 redstone makes 1 conductive pipe. So we're just going to make all 8 of those. So now we have 8 conductive pipes, and we're going to need a wooden pipe to turn into a wooden conductive pipe. So we're going to just make some more here to show you how it's done. Okay, so now we have some wooden transport pipes. Wooden transport pipes will not connect with themselves. They are used only for taking items out of a machine. Now you place that in there, and you place that in there, and you get a wooden conductive pipe. And like the regular wooden transport pipes, wooden conductive pipes will not connect with each other. They only take energy out of a machine. Okay, so now you have your conductive piping. Now let's go back here to our cactus. Now we're going to take this cactus green, and we are going to turn it into pipe waterproof, which is just a simple conversion in a crafting table. So now you've got your white pipe waterproofing, and you've got your stone transport pipes, and so you're going to waterproof the stone transport pipes. And again, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so it's going to use all your waterproofing there. Okay, so now we've got our stone conductive pipes, our wooden conductive pipes, our waterproof pipes. We need a pump. You can see I already have one made here, but I'm going to show you again how it's done. Okay, so first you're going to need an iron pick. Woohoo, fun. Now you're going to need an iron gear. Gears, stone, iron, gold, and diamond gears are all made based on a wooden gear. So you take your wooden gear, and you have to do each one in a tier. So the next tier up is the stone gear, which uses cobblestone in the same pattern. And then you take that, and you use iron to get an iron gear. Now, to get a gold gear, you would just add gold around it, and then you'd take a gold gear and add diamond around it to make a diamond gear. But we don't need those. So right now, we've got our iron gear, we've got our pick. We place a piece of redstone and 6 iron ingots on the sides. So that gives us a mining well. Now, the mining well is of limited application. What it does is it digs a hole straight down, and it sends all of the ores and stone and dirt and stuff out of the top. If you use a redstone engine, which you can, it will move incredibly slow, and it will take forever. Steam engine will get it moving a bit faster. The more power it has, the faster it digs. Now, mining wells will only dig straight down. They will not dig outward, like a quarry, which we may be getting back. We're not sure yet. One of the best applications for a mining well, however, is to dig all the way down to bedrock and stake your claim. Your claim, once you've made it, only extends as far down as you've dug. The further down you dig after you've made it, the more of your claim is... the more layers are added to your claim. So if you set up a mining well and then just let it dig all the way down to bedrock, it will stake out your entire claim all the way down to bedrock, and you will not have anyone digging under you. Okay, so we've got the mining well there. Now we need a pump. To make a pump, you're going to need a tank. Tanks are made by arranging glass in a square pattern with an empty center, and voila, your tank. Now you just take your tank and your mining well and you put them together, and yeah, you got a pump. Okay, so now we're going to set up the pump. And, oh, that's not going to work. It has to be above a source block of water. So if you could take that water out and it would regenerate, like so, then it's a source block. And as long as it's above a source block of water, it will have an infinite water supply. Otherwise, it will simply suck out all of the water. So be careful with that. Alright, so now we're going to attach our redstone engine. Now, on a side note, I'm just doing this to show you how the redstone engine works, because I never use it. It's really very clunky and not very useful. So to make the redstone engine work, you need a lever. And you're just going to place it on there and hit go. And as you can see, it moves incredibly slow. It will speed up over time, but it takes about 2 minutes for it to get to full speed. And even then, it's only producing 0.5 Minecraft joules per tick, so it really isn't incredibly useful, especially not when you can pipe energy to most machines. So now we're going to set up our redstone engine, our steam engine. We've already got the redstone one. We're going to just stick that there. And we're going to use our stone waterproof piping to move a liquid from there to there, because your steam engine, true to its name, requires water for it to work. So now you're going to take your coal, okay, and you're going to place it in the steam engine. And let's hook our steam engine up so that it will power the pump itself. That way we won't have to rely on the redstone engine. And we're just going to take a bucket of water and dump it in there, because I can't be bothered to wait for the 2 minutes it'll take for it to start pumping water. And voila, your steam engine is working. Now, a note about conductive piping. If the chunk unloads, i.e. if you leave far enough away that you can no longer see it, it will get a kink in the line, and you will have to break every single one of these pipes and replace them in order for it to start working again. If this happens, you usually won't immediately notice, and your steam engine will stop functioning. When that happens, you will use a wrench, which is what I'm holding here, and you will just hit it, and it will start working again. Well, you'll right-click it. To make a wrench, you just come over here to the bench. You're going to need a stone gear, and some iron, and you just place it in a Y shape here, and you've got a wrench. And they stack, which is kind of pointless since you can never use them up. And so as you can see, it is now pumping water and supplying itself. And over here is where it will store energy, and if it stores too much, it will break down, so you usually want to have it connected to other things. Alright, and that is basic pump, steam engine, and redstone engine 101. If you have any questions, feel free to come in game and ask a mod.